Hey guys, I know I haven't made a video a while again, but I figured, well, I want to do something that I thought was new for me, but it's not really that new. Basically, I just want to go back, play a lot of games that I liked playing. I'm just going to record myself doing it, put it up, see if people like it. I'm going to start with one game that I really liked when I was a kid anyway, or when it came out, like 7 years ago I think now. Alan Wake. Mostly I want to play it again because it's recently just been taken off Steam, Xbox Store, mostly because the music license has just run out, so I just thought, well, perfect time for me to go back and play something that I really liked, and the one game that got me really into playing games properly. So what I'm going to do, one mission at a time, I think, depending how the videos go. I might put them together, but it'll be one mission an episode, and they'll release every Monday, weekly, until the game's finished, and then I'll move on to another one. Or if this one doesn't do well, I may skip this game and move on to something else, but who knows. So may as well start now and figure it out. Go with normal.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone.
Bum bum bum.
I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stand my feet.
Ooh. There we go. I remember when I actually was playing this game had massive impact on me, mostly because I just played it absolutely constantly.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
As he's talking about having this as a nightmare, I had my own nightmare. Oh fuck.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder?
I've nothing like as bad as what he has, like a guy chasing him. My nightmare was just that my opinion was just stuck like this. Like in the dream, it was like third person perspective. I'm trying to do whatever, but it's over the left shoulder, and for some reason that well, I hate that, and it just caused like this massive issue.
Damn.
Ooh. I know you can get like a slow motion scene where he goes. Go on, swing.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
To be fair, this would be a really weird nightmare to have, but I think you really remember nightmares. You remember bits of them, but not like the entirety of them. Like other nightmares have as people coming through the door, but kind of like doors there, and they just come through like they can walk through matter, and they were green for some reason. Well, I remember that. I had no idea what I was scared of when I was a kid. Like, oh, hang zombies.
Wait, it's me! I'm Stuart, remember? Oh no! Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! 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 I was trapped. There was no way out.
This game definitely, well, this first bit plays a lot to the nightmare. Like the eyes, like everything coming towards you. Tom the Poet.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
I really hate looking over the left shoulder. Oh yeah. Oh.
Follow the light.
Yeah, the light.
You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Oh yeah.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light. I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
Only in a Remedy game could
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him.
killing someone with a torch be the
He
weirdest
can't be saved.
way.
He's still a threat. He is still your enemy.
Well, he doesn't have an
Here,
axe, so
take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
remember I've taught you. Point the light at
In the
them and shoot them
nightmare,
with
a
guns.
terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
I want a pistol.
You made me this way, and now
Bye.
this is it, witch.
I'm sure there's... Uh-oh. flare gun nearby. I really hate that. And to go back to talking about nightmares, that like obviously like I think, well, oh yeah, here we go. Flares, flash gun. Like when you're a kid that you oh no, I'm not getting them this time around. Like your nightmares kind of become your interests when you get older. Like now I like anything to do with zombies really, so yeah, that was as a kid I was terrified of them. There was a game that really terrified me. It was the original Xbox was called like Hunter the Reckoning. That didn't work. Yeah, I played it with like because I remember it was like a top-down sorry game. Kind of like what's it called? Like How to Survive's out at the minute. That's one game. How is it? That's what it was like before. Or like Halo Spartan Ops, kind of, or more with more RPG elements in it. So, but yeah, no, that was a game that like I liked as a kid. I was terrified of it because obviously zombies, being terrified of them. And the light goes out.
He's here.
As in every nightmare, you never win in the end.
Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Always wanted to visit a town like that, like just small, everyone knows each other. Again, you couldn't get away with anything, could you? That would be terrible. Yep, I hate that. Change. There you go.
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear. Hi.
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
Oh, the
You
motion
have
blur.
a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr.
Night
Maine,
one.
I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard
I only own the
man to
radio
change your
station.
mind, though.
Work
I hope
at a
you two
radio
have
station.
a lovely holiday.
How many photos did you want to take?
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones.
Couple.
So you made a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller. How's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got here.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great. Just want to make sure you can relax and
Barry, that
recharge.
fat piece of shit.
So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Is he wearing 3
Alan, we're
coats?
here.
Like,
Come on, let's get back to the
he's got a
car.
hoodie, and then obviously like a suit-ish jacket on. But what's that green one?
Damn yuppies.
Oh, that's nice. Fuck you, Tim.
Come on, Slowpoke. You get the full service here. I've made all the arrangements.
Yeah.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up or you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I got all your books.
Cool.
I got the cutout from the bookstore
Do
when they
me
took it out
a
of the...
favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now. Coconut, number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs have gone to sleep. Bad circulation. Yeah.
Are you serious? Coconut again? You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker. Unbelievable.
Now that's what I'm talking about, yes!
This is it. I've died and gone to
Oh,
hell.
that's where it was. Lime in the coconut.
Don't go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I didn't want to wait.
Such a
I
creep,
wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as... Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately,
killed
he
him.
was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in.
After I've been to
And
the
to meet your
funeral.
wife.
My
I
wife.
insist.
Thanks.
Oh, I'd kill her now. She's just, oh, scary. Get away.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
I kill everybody there. Is there
You got
anyone there?
lucky this time, young man.
Oh,
you
thank
can
you.
hurt yourself in the dark.
Oh, I got a
This
lantern.
really ought to be fixed.
Like
And then
middle.
I must...
They
well,
are,
Sarah-
they're asleep.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you alright?
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They want...
Bye, Mr.
Yeah,
Wake.
fuck else than that.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
I also had the dream.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
You could only ran behind the
That was a
counter.
real nut house.
You ran far.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home, okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on PBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while, see those stars winking down at you. It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
To be fair, that is actually looks like a really nice place to stay. But I still wouldn't take the keys off a woman like that. She's just terrifying. Creepy.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right.
Sweet.
Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Ugh. So we bang with the lights on constantly.
Come on, here we go. Let's take a look inside.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure
It's
out how to
light.
get the power on, honey?
Sure thing. I'm on it.
Fucking hell. I won't want to stay anywhere where there's loads of crows either.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
It's like they're setting me up for what I'll have to do for the rest of the game. Sweet achievement.
The lights are on. Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a
cheers,
bit
thank
and
you.
start settling in.
Okay,
Oh, love you.
I'll look around a bit.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
People. No. I was though.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work.
Told.
I thought we could be happy here.
Thought. I'm mostly trying not to talk over the cutscenes just in case you've never actually played this or anything like that, so you can actually pay attention, but when I'm playing,
Alice?
I just talk
Honey?
a lot.
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Alan,
Except for
I'm
the dream.
upstairs.
Tom the
I have
poet.
a surprise for you.
Ooh, no pants.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study. Go take a look.
It's my sister.
Okay.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey, hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not... Alan?
Ugh, there's that creepy woman.
Alan?
Oh, there she is again.
Don't, just don't. I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice. God damn it.
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it.
I fell over, it's funny.
Alice?
Alice? Alice!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Yeah.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right.
See,
I'm
that's why I
coming.
don't trust crows. Fucking attack you for no reason. Stupid crows.
Alice? Alice? Oh no!
She's paralyzed with fear.
Keep going.
Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another.
I got very lucky, yeah.
I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartmann. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either.
So I beat my wife.
The gas station was my best bet.
Yeah.
They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
It doesn't look that long, if you think about it. Like an hour walk. That's fun. Oh yeah, I'd say about an hour's walk it looks like. If that. Or climb up back to the main road and try and go in that way. That could probably be easier.
Hello?
The mysterious light wants to help you.
Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night.
Oh, there's that chill thing again. Really unsettles me. That's probably one of the greatest moments in this game, is that all these pages that you can pick up tells you the story. But these are just, obviously these are the ones from episode 1. So like...
Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to make him out in the darkness of the forest that surrounded us, but the axe he lifted was plain to see. It glistened with the blood of his victim. He grinned madly. The shadows were alive, distorting his features. It was a scene from a nightmare, but I was awake.
Obviously that one, some of them you can't get until you play the game in nightmare mode, which doesn't really take away from the story.
Anybody there?
But
Please, I've been in an accident.
I'd say it's mostly the nightmare ones are probably one of the good ones that you get. Like they, but by then you've already experienced the game because you have to do it on normal or at least easy. Can't remember. They'll get it in nightmare.
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
To be fair, I'd be unsettled reading them as well. Just everything about this trip, I just want to leave straight away. Fuck my wife.
Anybody there? Please. Hey! Hey, you!
Phil!
There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
See, his eyes ripped out too. Or maybe the shadows kind of just start and take him over. Yeah, I see, look, another manuscript. Wake fights a
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it.
If you want to read them, you can pause the video and read them yourself. If I do that for all of them, it'll just take far too long.
to arrive,
Shit.
lose.
Yeah. So now it's like a dream.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
It's like one of the best things is normally when you watch like horror films or things like that, you get like the sense that there's not really, unless they reference it, there's not really any other horror stories in that universe type thing. Like,
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Hello?
well, that's useless. But like, it never really, they never really exist. But obviously, this is reference Stephen King. He's reference to Shining. You know, they're both related. It's like zombie films. There's never been a zombie outbreak, or not a zombie outbreak. So there's never been like a story of how zombies took over the universe. I wanted to say then, like the world. But World War Z, or Z, or however you want to say it, that was like the film. Anyway, can't remember.
I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range.
The film, they talk about how they
just disappeared.
I think it's like they talk about the 10th man or something like that, about how the world, they saw the word zombie and that made them interested in to find out what's going on or something like that. It's like in an email or something. Spoiler if you haven't seen the film. Probably should have said that at the beginning, but it's not really. It's weird because like
the dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Like, from what I remember about this game anyway, it's got very typical jump scares that are going to happen. The like, I wouldn't say the plot. The plot's not very. I can figure out what's going on, blah blah. But like,
what the hell was that?
It helps you, can't you? I won't say helps, but it's like a lot of things
when I saw the river below,
make you go.
Something uncoiled itself inside my head.
Yeah, because your wife just
I realized
drowned.
that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
But yeah, like the bad guy, you can tell the woman was going to be wasn't going to be good because one, she's dressed the way she was, and two, well, she just didn't really look like she wanted to help. And then you had the other woman who's like complaining about the where do I go here? Won't be that way. Oh, I do like the visual effects like the enemies have on them, like where they're distorted, the kind of messing with you type thing.
Stucky was still out there in the dark, stalking me.
Well, the only issue with this game, apart from like the left-hand shoulder, is the collectibles. There's a lot of collectibles. If you want to get all the achievements in it, so you'd be looking at like, I think there's like 6. There's TVs, radios, coffee thermoses, all the manuscripts you have to collect, and I want to say that's it, but posters, maybe? Is it posters or is that the DLC? I'm thinking posters, but you have to collect all of them. It just seems, yeah, that's police car over there. It just seems so funny that the enemies they hate light. Yeah, I gotta go that way. They hate light, and your collectibles are going around taking coffee. It just seems like you're just attacking a bunch of hungover people. Oh yeah, that'll be it. That's these lights here show you where, like little caches of things that help. Like, no, I wouldn't say all of them are. I wouldn't say all of them are the hidden chests or collectibles.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
It's funny, like, I've played this game a few times, but now I'm suddenly realizing how much the nightmare kind of
couldn't stay here.
shows.
There had to be a way to get up
what's
there.
going on here.
There was no power.
No
there was
power.
bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
But I don't know. I try and I find it not scary now, but oh, you fucks. Forget how shit the first torch is. Fuck off. Whoa. Reload. Yeah, fucking win that one. Obviously this is made by Remedy, so you've got like Quantum Break that came out I want to say a year ago. Yeah, it would be a year ago. Or just under a year. Sweet shotgun. So like very, very good at telling stories. Like, I really hate that shoulder. You're probably gonna hear me say that a lot playing this game. It just really unsettles me. No wait. Fuck off, get down. But you know, it's never. Yeah, so Remedy's they're very good at telling like a story, but then having like enough action in it too. Like normally you get games where it's like the action's just far too much. Like Call of Duty games is like they try and put stories in, but it's just, you know, you're just shooting people, like masses. Like you take on it, one guy takes on an entire army. Well, shoot, this guy takes on the entire darkness, like that kind of bullshit. Shooting cans, that's what it is. That's do the collectible, but I'm not going to do them in this playthrough. I might do it on a different like personal playthrough. Just and there you go. Where's the and TVs? I'm sure TV shows.
Just outside,
fucking hell.
breath of fresh air, and what a night!
God forbid I ever have like an entire conversation, like fluid conversation, without remembering something, without something else coming to mind. Anyway, so you can see there.
Station was closer now. It's like welcoming in the darkness.
I really like the well, the guy's voice for Alan Wake 2. It's very soft and calming, which so when you hear these pricks just having a go, obviously they can't come in the light, so the light's kind of your safe area. Well, they are safe havens, and the game they work as checkpoints as well, which is pretty cool. I hate that. Oh, back. But yeah, like it's just with the coffee I find so funny. Personally, anyway, it's like, oh, look, another safe haven up here. Like you go around, I think that there's quite a lot of coffee. So like you're going around getting all this coffee, and they say like you're in the dark, pointing lights at people, and then shooting them. So fuck off. Like I've always thought it's just like when you're hungover. I can't really speak properly. When you're hungover and you're just trying to get through the day, try and stay awake, have some coffee, trying to just survive. That like you'll have your coffee and all the Alan Wake's took all the coffee this town has. So these people trying to hunt them down, trying to get their coffee back. But yeah, I think there's when I say I'm not going to do collectibles, the chests, even though they are collectibles, I am going to pick them up because you get like weapon upgrades, ammo. I wouldn't say manuscripts. I don't think you really get many manuscripts. That's creepy. Forgot about that. To be fair, the way he's talking now, that's how I think I'm sounding. Just random conversation topics. Oh, fuck. I wanted that to be cool. When you try and be cool, you never fucking win anyway. Yeah, I think there's a TV in here and some ammo. Yeah. Shotgun. So yeah, there's the TV. Press that button.
Science.
What's the TV show?
It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan.
Isn't it like
But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed.
The Twilight Zone, I think it is.
In Night Springs.
Oh, Night Springs, that's what it is.
Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide.
A quantum suicide. But yeah, no, it's like manuscript page. I'll pick them up because they're fun. Yeah, ones I've picked.
I heard them before I saw them. At first, I kept finding the pages as if by. I stepped into the gas station's garage. The cabin on Cauldron Lake. She had.
It's very cool because like them manuscripts, they don't have to be just about this level. They can be about the next level or even further down line. I remember there's one that you get. Great. There's like, where are you, pricks? Oh, batteries. Later on, where it's like it's him reading the page, but it talks about him reading the page, and then obviously the voiceover's reading the page. So it's like I read the page and then I was confused because I read the page or some weird. Well, change that. Change it. Like it really. It's very weird when like he's kind of like reading the page over and over. Like I think that's until like episode 3, episode 4. Some weird. Oh, back. Let's see if I can get 2 with 1 shot. Back. Yeah, fuckers. Hey, achievement. Oh, fuck off. Forgot how much I ate this prick. It's like he's kind of like a boss, maybe a mini boss, but the boss is just sprint round. Therefore, it's like a confusion to try and scare you and things like that, and then dodge. If you do it right, you can do a dodge like that, and they look pretty cool. I think you get an achievement too, so like move like the butterfly, or reactions like a butterfly. Why butterflies have good reactions. Go on, let's try and get it. Come on. Oh, swing for me. That didn't work. One more time. Yeah! Float like a butterfly. Oh, fuck. Did I get a sting by the bee? Sting like a bee achievement?
Vanished, leaving behind
You've never got that joke funny. Right, it wouldn't have been funny.
Assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
Speaking a fucking sentence as well. Reminds me if you do hear dogs barking.
The parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
Neighbours never let their dogs in. They just stand outside barking. It's like 3 of them and they just bark at the door non-stop.
After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself.
Same world reasserted itself. Let's read. I'm sure this is pretty much...
was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
Oh.
I'll keep writing.
Oh.
Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Yeah, is that... yeah. No, I was right. It's like reading shit. Reading signs. No, I was right. Use the phone.
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Didn't know a phone like that would have speakers.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head.
So then, she shoots him, obviously.
Listen.
So every police officer does nowadays.
Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
Yeah, I'm sure that's pretty much the end of episode 1 now. So... bum bum bum.
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every
Forgot about
night.
the sound in this.
Just a sprinkle of stardust and a whisper. Go to sleep, everything.
Previous.
Right. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna end each one with the beginning of the next episode. So watch them in order, obviously. If you do actually enjoy them, just comment, like them, subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna do a few. I'm gonna play Alan Wake just as the first game. I'm gonna put them all in a playlist too. So I think I'm gonna call it something like I Remember When, or or Remembering. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but they'll be as a playlist, and they'll be wherever the name is, then the game's name. So say if it's I Remember When, and it'll be Alan Wake, or Remember Alan Wake, something like that. But I'm gonna do older games that I enjoyed. I may even throw in some that I've never really played before, maybe that I've played a little bit of, or that I want to play. But I'm gonna figure it out. But like I say, if you did enjoy it and I didn't bore you too much, or it actually sounded coherent what I was saying, like I said, just give it a like, give it a subscribe, and pay attention. And then even comment things you did like about the video, things you didn't like about the video. Alright, see you later, guys.
Hey!